up so many avenues for so many people that are still in the trade today.
From the 80s point of view, it was the thing that changed everything, I think, computers-wise. The Amiga came around in about 1985 with the Amiga 1000. The Amiga 1000 was such a big box machine, nobody sort of took it seriously. But the Amiga 500 was definitely the turning point for Commodore. I mean, they had a good run with the Commodore 64, but the Amiga 500 sold in its literally hundreds of thousands, certainly in the UK and America. You had 32 colours on the original Amiga 500 on the screen at any one time. PCs at the time with Windows and stuff were just horrendous. It wasn't intuitive. It wasn't that much to look at. But as soon as the Amiga workbench loaded up, you thought, yeah, that's amazing. The ST was the biggest competition at the time. You either had an ST or an Amiga. You were in one camp or the other camp. A lot of my friends were in the ST camp, but I preferred the Amiga. A lot of people say the ST was not as powerful. The biggest problem between the two machines is the Amiga did have a dedicated co-processor and a dedicated sound chip, which was 4-channel sound. The Atari ST had an AY sound chip, which only gave it 3 channels, and it didn't have a co-processor at the time for the graphics side of things. And when the Amiga came along, it allowed me to draw images and do music myself. Andy Warhol did a very famous picture of Debbie Harry, and he said at the time that it was like having a digital form of normal media. It had 4 channels of stereo sound, which made it a musician's dream. So you got an artist's dream, a musician's dream, all in one machine. That for £500, as it was when it was first released, was a lot cheaper than a PC at the time. No matter what sort of game you enjoy playing, there was a version for the Amiga, and usually 2 or 3 versions, which helped everybody. And you know, using things like Amos, you could actually create your own game, which a lot of people did as well, and they were very popular as well. There were usually really, really poor conversions from other systems, or they were created on one system and ported to another system, which sometimes doesn't work very well. The same thing happened on the Amstrad and the Spectrum. Commodore eventually went bankrupt, unfortunately, as well, and then that's sort of the end of the Amiga. However, people have been writing emulators, and there's certain emulators that are absolutely fantastic to this day, and you run it on a good PC, and you get the Amiga experience all the time. It's a fantastic creative machine that you can use for gaming and creativity.